What are your thoughts about us as America not producing things anymore?
Well, I believe it's okay that America doesn't produce or maybe make all these, let's say, as far as the not automobiles, but horseshoes like they used to make over in Troy. What's wrong with that? I mean, the people who did that or the people who would be doing that, the people are making as much money in the service industry at easier jobs than they were doing that, than doing the hard work activities. And they have more leisure time, which they can spend on other things, touring and traveling, which they've done. You can't consider the people traveling around in RVs poor. Well, the turkey, he stayed and he just ate. And he ate, and he didn't have to exercise, he didn't go after his food, so he just went on and on and on and on.
And then he got fat.
Pardon me?
And then he got fat.
You're right. He put on a little bit of weight. He put on a little bit of weight. So anyhow, he put on some weight, and he was doing very well. Then one day, he happened to hear that the farmer tell his wife saying that, let's have roast turkey for dinner. Well, the turkey said, I better get out of here. And so he said he's going to take off and get back to his friend, the eagle. But when he attempted to fly, as you said, he was a little bit too heavy. And he couldn't fly anymore, and all he could do was flutter. That night, the farmer and his family had roast turkey for dinner. So, you see, when you give up the challenges of life, the pursuit of happiness for security, you give up your freedom. And that's the reason that eagles fly and turkeys flutter.
Every time I'm here, I hear some sort of shooting or arrest or some kind of thing going on with kids in the area. What do you think about that, or do you know much about it?
I really don't know. I try, try not to pay attention to that. I mean, it happens, and I don't know what to do about it. Have to keep the kids active, I guess, and busy. I don't know anything about teen pregnancy.
Well, I mean, I guess because I'm really fascinated about the difference between the history and our hopes as Americans and for a country, and I think we've fallen short of the mark. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think it's because, number one, we took God out of the schools. Since we've taken God out of the schools, our morals seem to have gone downhill.
When I was in Buffalo this summer, though, I saw the headline, and I couldn't believe it. It said that Buffalo was the poorest American city in the United States. 50% of the kids in Buffalo live below the poverty line. And this area is like a close, I think, third. What do you think about that?
I didn't know that. And
I didn't know it either till I read it.
Well, I don't believe everything I read in the headlines. In fact, I think a lot of it's false. Primarily the New York Times. I don't think they're propagating or presenting the news as it really is. The Democrats have taken over a lot of the newspapers, and that's why we're getting such bad reporting. I mean, if we're winning the war, if we have all the money we have, why don't we complete it and finish it? There's a lot of propaganda. I mean, we're doing so well economically, and then if you listen to some of the news stations, it sounds like we're going into a depression. But if you listen to the stock market has been continually rising, there are more people eating out. Look at how college kids can travel all over the world and go here and there and go on their what do they call them, that spring breaks. And why the Constitution, the United States was formed to protect the people. You are to pursue your own happiness. If you want to have the government hand you everything, you're going to end up like the turkey.
Just as a sort of blanket statement, you feel as a country that we are the best we've ever been. If you had to give us a report card, what would it be?
I would say the country should get an A+, and we're doing very well. Why are so many people trying to come into our country if it wasn't any good? If it was a bad country, we wouldn't have any people trying to get in. They'd be trying to get out, just like it was in Russia quite a few years ago.